Hola. Hold on 1 second.
Well, como estas? Oh, wait. There's an announcement going to be made. Wait. Hold up. The great, the great and powerful Oz is about to speak. We're going to listen to what he's going to say. We're going to listen to what he's going to say.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, vibrato.
Happy birthday, Mr. Epic. Happy birthday.
Stop smoking them camels. Bravo.
How old are you? How old are you? Are you older than dirt? Are you older than Jesus? Are you older than Moses? Are you older than the planet?
You doing a whole lot.
Are you older than time itself?
The most.
How old? Y'all didn't hear me. I said
the most.
How old? One more time.
You're an idiot.
How old are you?
You're an idiot. Oh, Bush, you adding in there? Because you older than me. That's what we doing, y'all. Okay. All right.
Sexy chocolate.
I will accept that. I will accept it. Yes, I am older than dirt. That's where I'm at. And bitch, listen, I'm older than dirt, but I'm still back here tossing back birthday liquors. Listen, I'm going to just tell y'all right now, I have been sipping already. And Grace is in the background. Say hello, Grace. Hi. They can't hear you with that high shit. Hi. Okay, so Grace in the background, she already got me sipping already. So I'm already.
Oh, so it's her fault. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hello. Fuck. Like I'm some random drinker or something. Like, what the hell? Who does that? Listen, I always drink because there's an occasion. It's a day that ends.
I think that
It's a day that ends in Y.
I know that you're a fucking alcoholic. No, really, is a drunk because alcoholics go to meeting. Bitch, you drink too much. And please turn the bottle away from the screen because they are not sponsoring us.
Oh no, they not. They ain't sponsoring. No, they're not sponsoring us.
So pour that shit off cameras.
But it went into my cup just in case. We don't want to spill it.
It's all good.
Yeah, that's right. I'm sipping on Ripple.
So we got a lot to talk about because I don't know. We've got a lot to talk about, but I also have a lot of TikToks. So
okay, listen, let's go on.
But no, it's your birthday. So what you doing?
Listen, I done told y'all what I'm doing. I'm already sipping already, and so listen. I'm blaming Grace because she done came by here early. She done brought me a sip and a taste. And so, listen, I may have been, there may be some edibles involved or something later on, but it's all right. Listen, everybody grown, everybody over 21. But right. Yes, Grace's fault. But that's it. Mm-hmm. Happy Manischewitz Day to you. AARP renewal.
Mazel tov.
Listen,
I still haven't signed up for AARP because I'm like, what do I really need it for? I mean, I guess I could use it for like cute little discounts and stuff, but I don't really go like to places. I don't go any place where I would get like the early bird special or whatever, so. Oh, bitch, I thought you pulled out some dentures. I was like, girl, what the fuck?
That is my AARP card. Thank you very much.
I guess I should get mine.
Listen, that 10% discount comes in handy. I mean, listen, I want to say them taxes.
It's not that I'm afraid. I just something that has been low on my priorities of things to get done.
I mean,
it was more important for me, honestly, to when I turned 50 to make sure I had my life insurance together. So I did that. So,
I mean, if you must, what the fuck? You want me to pay so that you can now bury me afterwards when I die? The fuck? I'm already dead.
Well,
you do. I mean,
we talked about that. We've talked about that. I don't want to bring the party down. So let's talk about this weekend. So how was your Pride weekend?
Happy Pride. Pride. Listen, this is how we ended. This is all throughout the month of the 30 days of Epic. This motherfucking scoops and sprinkles, baby. I done kikied off of this all day, but bitch, this is amazing. Scoops and sprinkles.
Is that an ice cream spot?
No, this is from motherfucking Dunkin' Donuts, but I'm just saying it's literally printed scoops and sprinkles on the Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh, that's what I say, because it looks like Dunkin' Donuts.
It is, but it's so funny to me. I don't know why I'm getting life off of scoops and sprinkles.
Girl, are you high already? Because that's not really that funny. I just want
for me it is. I'm just thinking about scoops and sprinkles, like just the idea of like scoops and sprinkles. Like it's just, But anyway.
So we do have a few people that showed up. So let's start at the top. So we want to say hello to Desmond and Eccentric and Best Friend and Bougie Girl and Dylan and Creative Queen.
Hey, what's going on, boo-boo?
And Spesh.
And Spesh is here? Oh my God. Wait, so isn't congratulations in order for Spesh? No. Kareem. Congratulations are in order for Kareem because I think Kareem made a purchase, I think.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sorry. But Kareem's not on here though, right? So, okay. All right. Well, anyway.
Hold on one second.
Grace, do me a favor. Is that what the... Oh, that's... Okay. I was like, girl, listen. What did I... Oh, here we go. So yeah, I figured as much as soon as I got all the context.
Yes, and you
Grace, be quiet. Be quiet, Grace.
Okay, the context. All right. So anyway, So how was your Pride? What did you end up doing for Pride?
So did the parade, which was great. I woke up that morning intentionally thinking about.
Woke up this morning.
Yeah,
feeling kind of down. I called on my best friend. He could not be found. But I called on Jesus. My life he can hold. I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. Go ahead.
But anyway, so yes, I woke up that morning and I
By the way, I'm going to be insufferable with this microphone for the rest of the show. So just
listen, I'm a little high, so I don't just keep on, baby. Just keep on. So I was.
You woke up that morning,
and I thought about
that's literally as far as we had gotten with the conversation.
I woke up specifically thinking it is my duty to show up at this parade.
Thank you.
Because I did not remember, even though I wasn't at the parades when I was a kid, but I remember being that kid looking for and not necessarily looking for, but overjoyed and elated when I saw someone that looked like me.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt like, let me get my the tired fat black ass up with all this gray hair and all this ass and march your ass down there in the damn parade. Now that's what you get ready to do. Now,
and were you gonna hang out all night afterwards? No.
Now that was a whole different story. But
look, bitch, how about I was home, undressed, and chilling on the sofa, I'm sure well before the last person even stepped off from the parade. Because the moment we finished our shit. So let me just tell y'all listeners.
You went to the left and I went to the right. And bitch, I was
wait a minute, bitch. What I said to you was, hold on, let me see what Maximus and them are doing. And then I completed that conversation and came back looking for you to figure out where we was going to go to eat. And I was like, this bitch is gone. And wasn't answering the phone or nothing.
Because you said that you had left your bag on the float. And I was like, I said, well, I don't know where the fuck that is. And so I was
sitting there. Right down the street. They just kept going straight.
But then remember, we had that conversation earlier when I was talking about Maximus, and I was like, how when we in the park and you called me, I was like, my phone's in my bag, and that's what it is. So if you called me, child, that was in my bag. I wasn't.
It's all good because as soon as I didn't get hear from you, I was like, well, guess I'm gonna take my fat ass home.
Listen, I had gotten home, took my shoe off, and was on the couch by 4:30.
Exactly. I was like, bitch, normally by 4:30, we haven't even stepped off yet.
Yeah, by 4:30. So I was excited and then what was funny was I saw one of our other brothers, Scrappy, walking towards the parade after after Ashay and I were walking away from it. So I was like, oh my God, hey, what's going on? So I bumped into him for a hot second. But anyway, but about the parade, like that's what I felt that morning. And I had a good time walking in the parade. It seemed a little bit lighter to me, like not as attended as it was the last time. Not sure.
It did seem a little bit lighter.
I'm not sure if that was because we were the first group out and people were still getting there later.
You know what? That is probably it because a lot of people are like, girl, this shit is not going to start at 3:00.
And that's because
God bless it. Them bitches started like 3:10.
Historically, they are not on time. And so, listen, which is my kind of crowd. You know, bitch, I know I'm late all the time. So but anyway, but it was cool. So I enjoyed that. Came home, smoked up a little bit of hookah stuff, and like I was good. Like I was like, all right, well, I'm on the couch, and baby, I took
that. It wasn't Mary Jane.
It was not. It was my hookah.
You know why?
Mary Jane.
You spoke.
Mary Jane.
I'm in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing. She makes me feel all right. She makes my heart sing. And when I'm feeling low, she comes as no surprise. Turns me on with her love. Takes me to paradise. Do you love me, Mary Jane? Yeah. Come on. No, no, no. Do you, do you, do you, do you, do you, do you? Now do you think you love me, Mary Jane? Don't you play no game. And bitch, I'm not even drinking nothing. Can you imagine if I was drunk too? Bam. So, anyways, you sat on the couch.
Yes, sat on the couch. And you know, once that left shoe come off,
right,
that was it. I tried to set up a DNA appointment and it didn't quite work out right.
Mm-hmm.
The couch was actually winning. It was a conversation between this young person that I had met on the lines or on the webs and the couch and the pillow, and it was like a threesome against a twosome, and it just didn't quite work out right. So again, I fell out, and I did that last night. So it's okay, it's all right. But yeah, that was pretty much it. It was a very relaxed day. It was a very relaxed weekend. I felt like when I got up and went down and showed myself at the parade, had a good time. I was happy to be with people, experiencing other people while they're experiencing their first Pride. And it was amazing. I remember mine and walking in the crowd for the first time, or in the parade for the first time, feeling like, wow. And I remember thinking about some of my friends that are no longer with us, that passed on. And one of them in particular, I've talked about him before. Keith was always like, I think I want to do more advocacy. I want to get out there more in the public. I want to start talking about different things. I just want to be a face and be, for some of the younger people coming up. So I kept hearing him in my head when I was doing that. So, but I mean, it was a good weekend. The week started off for me kind of interesting as far as work is concerned. Like very interesting, like you just showing up and throwing stuff at our desk on at the last minute. And at the Black Degree Factory, some of the things that you should be doing ahead of time, they're not doing ahead of time.
Of course not.
Some of the things they should be doing in different departments, they're not doing it.
No, Midas, you're not too late. We're just getting started.
So hey, baby boy. So it's been turning into an interesting week already, and then it's compounding onto the stuff we already had, and then the stuff that is about to happen in the next week and a half. So it's been interesting so far. So, but all of that to say, it's been a week. I'm looking forward to the weekend because we have some foolishness and fuckery that's getting ready to go on up in at the Folsom Easts. And we can segue into that. And because I'm asking you how your week was and what's going on for your next weekend coming up.
So my weekend was good. Like you, I felt an obligation to be at the parade. And, but it's not like, it was a little bit like, I do not really want to stand around forever. But I felt like it was an obligation for a couple of reasons. In this political climate that we live in, there are 2 or 3 generations of people, because if a generation is like 15 or 20 years, they're like 3 generations of adults younger than us who don't realize that, you take it for granted that you can get married and get divorced. But, when I was 17, the idea that 2 men could live together openly, and just all of, the world is different. And pride is an opportunity to have lots of sex and get blackout drunk, maybe, later. But for me, the parade is a political statement.
Yes.
It is a statement of solidarity with other people, with the LGBTQ, the LGBTQ plus, the LGBTQ plus community. It is an opportunity for us to show our strength, to show the people in your city and in this country that we are not some small minority group. We're not, you're not going to push us back into the shadows. And so that's why this was particularly problematic for me.
Oh, y'all, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, y'all. Turn up, yeah. President, we going over. Yeah. Hey! Go ahead, bro. Yeah, y'all.
So that was in DuPont Circle in DC. Apparently, all of this occurred well after you and I left. So
Interesting is all I can say.
they, you know, they had the fence around the fountain and everything because they were doing repairs on it, and you know they had like a porta potty there and everything, and they destroyed those banners, knocked over a couple of fences, and
wow, friend, that's awful. But,
right.
I mean, all right.
And you know they started dancing in the fountain and twerking, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted my emotions to be. And I mean, this is not a high crime or misdemeanor, so you know, I don't even want anyone to be arrested, but I feel like I should be their uncle or their grandfather, or we should be, you know, someone sitting them down and saying, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Right.
Who raised you to think that you could just be out in public acting like that? And then and so that was my first reaction for just the tiniest second was like, child, throw all their asses in jail. But then I was like, no, that's not going to accomplish nothing. Throwing them all in jail, no. But then I had that reaction of they all need a stern talking to. And then a friend of mine was like, you know, they need somewhere to put all of that energy.
That's
after
something.
the parade.
That's
and
something.
part of me was like, I mean, I guess, but when I'm all hyped up after an event, my first thought isn't to knock down porta potties and barriers and go twerking in the fountain. So I guess that's just, even when I was that age, that was never my energy level or the kind of people that I would have hung out with. They'd have been like, bitch, you want to knock down these barriers and hop over the fence and
what is that going to do? And then more importantly,
tear shit up.
But wait a minute. What more importantly, am I going to get dirty? Is that going to mess up my sneaker?
Am I getting ready to get dirty? And then, bitch, the worst part is, well, this never really happened to me because I was not out, but I could just imagine, be like, what if my mother sees this? Because it's a whole wrap for me if my mother or my father or anybody that I know sees me and reports it back to my mother or father.
Listen, the conversation would have started off with me with my mother being like, like shit. Like, damn
right.
It. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but whatever it was, it was wrong.
My father would have been like, now when they come arrest your ass, don't call me. Because you grown and you want to do stupid shit.
That would have been part of
the fucking consequences.
That would have been part of the conversation. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So I hear that, you know, yeah, they need to have that energy. And, you know, that is actually a good, from a policy standpoint, like, yeah, you know, you got all of these random people milling about. We are still just now coming out of COVID. And a lot of those people haven't had celebrations so if you graduated from high school in 2020, you spent the first couple of years of your quote unquote adulthood under lockdown. You didn't maybe get to go to prom. You didn't go to have, you know, if you live in this area, you didn't get your, you know, fuck around party at, you know, Kings Dominion or Six Flags or all of that. So I get all of that about blowing off steam. So from a policy standpoint, I think the lesson here is that, hey, there should be like a party going on. So there should be like a DJ and things set up so that, you know, people have somewhere to put all of that energy afterwards. But from a one-on-one standpoint, I'm just like, who the fuck raised you that you think that you exactly? The video of me knocking over a fence of a porta potty would have gone viral, and here goes my dead parents coming out of the mausoleum to smack the dust off of me. Exactly. Exactly. Stephanie and Charles would have been like,
Listen.
You get the front, I get the back. And I'm gonna be like, but I am 52 years old. You want to act a fool? People who act a fool ain't too old to get their ass beat. So
yeah,
so that was very disappointing to me, because I am just like, you know, it's not a respectability politics kind of thing, because it's not like, well, what will other people think of us? It's what do we think of ourselves? And just how I just don't, that's just not how I live my life. And that's not the kind of energy that I would want to put out there. But I'm really not surprised, because as I don't know that it's the exact same group of people, but as I was getting on the escalator at DuPont Circle, there was a bunch of really loud, raucous people coming up the escalator. And the level of noise was like they was about to fight, but they were just like really loud. Mm-hmm. And I just talked it up to being an old man. And I was just like, why are y'all so loud?
Well, that's part of it too.
And I was lucky. I said, you know what? I'm going down the escalator. They're coming up. So we're not going to meet or interfere. So that was just really sort of disappointing to me, because I am always, you know, it's like every year it was like, girl, I don't really want to go to this parade, but I gotta go. And then you go, and even if you got to wait for 2 or 3 hours or whatever, it always ends up being a kiki. And then, you know, you walk. Are your feet tired as shit? Yes, but you still feel like really good afterwards. And I was still a little bit on that high because I found out about this on Sunday. So like the day after, I was at Trayvon and Josh's house, and Josh
again.
Child, it was cool. Yeah. But he pulled that up, and that sort of ruined my mood for the weekend, because I'm like, you know, here I am marching because I imagine that there is some, you know, fat black gay kid who sees themselves in me, or sees themselves in some other person that was marching, or some woman, or some trans person that, you know, they see themselves, and so they feel affirmed in the parade. And then you contrast that with, oh, we're gonna go and do, you know, some hood rat shit,
bald head hoe shit,
right? So anywho, so other than that, my week was, you know, it's just a regular work week. I am already ready to slide down this dinosaur's back to Friday and head to New York City, because Monday is a holiday. So I will be in New York City from Friday morning until Monday morning.
Baby, and I almost forgot about that holiday. I was like, bitch, we off? I was like, bitch, what?
Yes, girl. So I am not going to be feeling rushed to get back to DC on Monday. I'm going to catch the 11 a.m. Acela, and I'm going to sit in the quiet car, which means can't nobody call me. I mean, the office is closed. I'm not worried about that. But the quiet car is just like, you're not supposed to be talking loud. And baby, how about if you talk loud on a quiet car, they will put you off the train.
So listen, Mama, you and Uncle Falade, baby, you wouldn't have got far. Your conversation would have changed, darling. It would have
right.
Changed. It would have changed.
Hello. Who is this? Who is this? Hello.
Awful. I think we told y'all about that.
Speak louder. Speak louder. We were on the way. You are speaking louder for everybody.
We were on the way back home from New York City, and we got on the bus, and the woman was there trying to get.
Yes. So our four fat asses. So me, you, Deviant, and Spectre. Was that the week? Was that Canilli? Was that the weekend we went to the sex party in Brooklyn and Spectre?
I don't think that was that particular weekend. but
that was one of those
it
weekends.
was one of those weekends,
but it may not have been that particular one. But yes, so we got on the bus, and I don't know.
That weekend that Spectre was there was a fun weekend for me. I had
a wonderful time. Even though Spectre blew up the place, I had a wonderful time. But getting on the bus, we ended up sitting in that back bench, the four of us, and this I was going to say she was African. Well, she was, because she had on the whole outfit. So I'm just going to say she was Nigerian. She was loud as shit on her phone.
Well, no. Let's start from the beginning. All our asses are up against this back seat. There was one seat left.
Right.
It was just wide enough for somebody to squeeze their ass. Like, if you are a friend of mine, you sit in this spot because it's just that close. Like, bitch, we gonna be on it. We could be like, bitch, we gonna be like leaned up against each other like that.
Because the four of us was already tight across that bench.
But this young lady who got on, whose ass was not narrow at all, narrow at all, not narrow, squoze her ass with her prominent cell phone and Uncle Falade calling multiple times. Because I'm looking at her phone and she keeps putting it on speaker.
Right. You know those people who insist on having their whole conversation on speaker. And so they're talking like this. Yeah, so I got this wart on my pussy. Yeah. Right. And the doctor said they can't really do nothing about it.
Girl, I know what you're talking about, girl. Same thing happened to me, girl. I had to go. Listen, I had to go to CDC.
Exactly. Exactly. And I keep having the runs, and my shit was like brown, and like there was little streaks of red in it.
It had the red. It was little streaks of red. Every 2 or 3 inches, little streaks of red.
Exactly. So what you cooking for dinner?
Girl, listen, I don't know, but I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and I'll be right back because my stomach is still messed up from the antibiotics from the last.
Yeah, girl, I still got that urinary tract infection. Right.
Okay, wait a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, wait a minute. Matter of fact, I'm taking it back. We go.
Hold on. Let me hold on. Somebody else calls.
Right.
Hey, Uncle Falade, how's it going? Oh, I'm just on this train. I'm just on this bus with all these people.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, speak up.
Speak to me. I cannot hear you.
Hello, I got you on speakerphone. Speak up.
You got me on speakerphone?
I got you on speakerphone. Speak up.
Oh, Lord, she got me on speakerphone, everybody. Oh, my God, she got me on speakerphone. Hello, daughter. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Girl, I am good.
Wait a minute. Connection bad. Hold on. Can you speak up, please?
Okay. Huh?
Speak up.
Huh?
I said speak up, Uncle Falade.
You want me to speak up?
Yes, please speak up, Uncle Falade.
How loud do you want me to speak up? Do you want me to speak up like this, or do you want me to speak up?
I want you to speak up. Thank you, Uncle Falade.
Okay. I see you.
And meanwhile, the four of us are looking at this bitch like.
And wait, we also got to paint the picture, because you were in the corner or the next to the corner, and we had that row in front of us.
It was this bitch. Then I think it was you. Then me.
She was sitting next to me. She was on my left.
Yes.
And then I think it was it Deviant and then Keneally? Or
either way, I was in a position so when that bitch in front of me dropped the phone and she looked at me like I was gonna pick it up, so she did like this. She dropped the phone, and then she looked down at the phone. She looked up at me like I was gonna pick it up. And I looked down at the phone, and I looked back up at her.
And bitch, I was falling out because I'm sitting here like, did she expect me to pick up the phone?
She looked at me, and I looked at him, and she looked at me, and I looked at him, and she looked at me, and I looked at him, and baby, I was like, girl, what the fuck? And also, I had on headphones, so I wasn't. At some point, I put on my headphones because I thought. Yes, it was going to be a cramped ride, but at least we could like quietly kiki to one another. But this bitch was loud.
Oh no, bitch! The entire conversation. Listen, me and Uncle Falade got as close as we ever been. And I ain't never been that damn close to that man. I don't know what the hell that damn man looked like. But I do know that they had a good conversation all the way from New York City, all the way down from exit. What was it, 16, all the way down to
4 hours.
Just constantly talking. I'm sitting there like, oh my God, does she know she's not irritated? And then
4 hours of hello.
But
Can you speak up? Hello?
The call would drop sometimes, and then it would drop. I'm thinking like, oh, the call's over. No,
Thank God.
Again.
Now we can get some fucking peace and quiet.
It would ring again. I don't think there was more than 20 minutes on that ride where she was not on the phone with Uncle Fly Dad.
No.
So
and on speakerphone the whole fucking time.
Yeah. It was.
I had headphones. So that was why when the bitch dropped her phone, I had my headphones on. So I looked down at the shit, looked back up at her, and then looked off into space to wherever I was, because for me, it was the presumption that I was going to pick it up. Because it wasn't like, oh, I dropped my phone. Could you pick it up? Or it's like, oh, no. She didn't even say like, oh, no, I dropped my phone. I hope a kind stranger will pick it up for me. The bitch looked at me like I was her maid and was supposed to pick it up. Like I was there to pick up her fucking phone.
Gloria, I've dropped my phone. You know what that means. Give me my phone, darling. I don't do phones. I don't do clothes. I don't sleep in my clothes nor with my clothes. Hand me my phone, please.
Exactly.
That's what she gave
me.
Anyway,
so I'm not going to deal with that because I'm going to be riding the train and we're going to have ourselves a lovely time. I booked a room at the fabulous Holiday Inn in Chelsea.
That is so funny because I started to book at the Holiday Inn, but I booked at the it's another place, Soho 54.
Okay, because I had booked something on Hotels.com down by Wall Street, but then I found a cheaper spot that was in Chelsea, so that's a little closer to downtown.
None of these damn hotels is cheap at this point. So
none of them are cheap, but the hotel that I ended up getting was only like $575 for the 3 days, when the other ones was coming in at like $695, $700. And you know what gags you is that even if they tell you the rate is only like $150, $160 a night, because so you're thinking, okay, $160, that's $480 for 3 nights. Okay, that's cute, that's not bad. Then they hit you with the taxes and the fees, that adds on another $100. Then some hotels have what they call a resort fee.
Ciao.
And I was like, bitch, this is New York City. There is no fucking resort. Ain't no spa attached to the Holiday Inn.
I think you're going up Friday night. I don't go up until Saturday night. And I think my hotel is costing that same amount of money for 2 nights as opposed to 3 nights.
Yeah.
So
but whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
What do we make money for but to go and have fun? I mean, it's not like I'm staying at the W or the Waldorf Astoria. So,
It's just, this is a room to come in, listen, get up and shit, shower, shave, and sleep and keep it moving. That's all it is. And
there's enough room in the room to carry on because I intend to.
Listen, the crowd that because that's another thing. It's like after you get to a certain age, you're kind of like, do I really want to share a room? You're like, yeah, well, okay. Now,
I would share a room with you, but those rooms in New York City are small as shit. So even though it's a queen size, even if it's a king size bed, that room is literally just big enough for that king size bed.
Right. And so the people that I'm sharing a room with, like I would share the room with them either way. I've shared a room with them, but I'm also like, bitch, if it comes down to like, bitch, listen, I need to use this room. I need the closet or something. I need y'all to give me like an hour. Just give me an hour of my time. We can work that out. I'm good with that. And I understand that. And bitch, I've walked in. I'm like, oh, bitch, I'm sorry. I'll come back later. See y'all. Housekeeping. Gotta go. Bye. Okay. Thank you. So I get all that. So I will do that. But I doubt if it's going to be that because I feel like it's going to be one of those weekends where we're just going to be laughing and kikiing the entire time. And there's not time for that. And if we do, guess what? Go to their room.
Right. I feel like this is what usually happens to me is, I can have fun and get my dirt in. But when the most tradey of trades shows up is when you are rooming with people.
You'd be like, damn. Like, shit. Then you sit there, wait. One time I sat there and slid the points in my head. I was like, bitch, I got 80,000 points. I wonder if they give me another night's room and I could stay in this motherfucker. And then if I leave out at 5:30, I can get back by 7:30 to still be enough time to grab something to put on and be to work by 8:30. So bitch, I could do this. Like then I'd be like, fuck it, I can't do this. I'm not doing this.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't got too old. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing it.
So anyway, so that was that. So let's watch a few TikToks.
Let's do that. And I'm gonna sip on my individual iced beverage that Grace has me drinking.
In 2020, my marriage was going through a bad time, so I got cosmetic surgery to permanently change my eye color. My brown eyes are now green, but I got nerve damage and one eye closes slower than the other. My slow eye,
She
slow eye can't be corrected, and my husband knows I'm sensitive about this. What I didn't know is that his mama calls me mortgage eye, one fixed, one variable. And he joins.
that is awful.
I'm trying. Oh shit! I'm going.
All right, so I gotta read the rest of the tweet. So said what I didn't know is that his mama calls me mortgage eyes, one fixed, one variable, and he joins in talking about me. She washes his clothes, cooks for him, only cooks for enough food for one person, and cleans only his things in our house. She's convincing him to leave me because our newborn isn't his daughter. He forgave me for cheating already. How can I stop his mama from disrespecting me and ruining my marriage? I'm this close to fighting her. I'm like, ma'am, I was with you when they call you mortgage.
One fixed, one variable. Bitch, I had to get together in my spirit.
The first time I heard that, I laughed and watched, because it's TikTok. So the video just keeps repeating. And baby, every time she said mortgage eye, I just couldn't keep my shit straight. But baby, you have a newborn son that is not your husband's child.
Yep.
Now you already fucked this marriage up, not her.
Yeah, this marriage has already been fucked. And if he forgave you, that's great. But here's the problem. Every time that man looks in that baby's face, that man is going to remember that baby is not his. Now, and I'm not saying that he can't do it, but baby, that takes a strong man to look in this baby's face and know that this baby ain't his.
Right.
And still stick around. I'm not saying it can't be done, but baby, that's a strong man.
Right. Here's the next one.
These two kayakers were kayaking in a popular whale watching location when suddenly they were swallowed by a humpback whale.
Oh shh. Oh.
Speechless and unable to help, the onlookers watched in horror.
Oh my.
A second camera angle captures this horrifying moment in even better quality. Thankfully, the humpback whale quickly spit them back out, and the kayakers were unharmed. These two kayakers...
Girl.
So that's not the first time I've heard that happen. And...
Wait a minute. Desmond said she better keep an eye on all of them.
That's not the first time I've seen that happen. The first time I've seen that happen was with this one man who got swallowed by a whale, and they spit him out like about 30 or 40 seconds later. Bitch, but the trauma that I would
never go in the water again.
I'm being swallowed by a humpback whale. Something
and I already can't swim. Right. I already can't swim. And then be stuck in the dark. And you imagine how it smells and you touching stuff. And oh, bitch, when I tell you, I would never go in the water again.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Anywhere that, I would be like, I'm good up to my knees, but because I figure the whale isn't big enough to get that close to shore. But anything other than that, nope.
Baby, a shark only needs a foot of water,
honey. Don't start because
I'm just telling you, they only need a foot of water.
So I want us to this disturbed me for a reason, because apparently everyone is into this shit. And to me, I was like, this is terrible.
What is this one?
This is the one with Sukiana.
Yes. Get into the listen. This is becoming a trend, y'all. Get into this trend because it's a conversation that we need to have. So listen to this.
So my problem is that rap was terrible.
So you stuck on the quality of the rap.
I am stuck on the quality of the rap. I'm also stuck on the fact that, listen, she seemed like she would date the kind of dudes who don't wash their ass. And so even though I date dudes who would have pristine buttholes, even I don't just go diving into buttholes. I'm still very just like this.
All I'm saying
so is, just imagine the random straight dude that you meet on the street and you eat his ass, just like, oh girl, no, ma'am, no, ma'am.
No. Listen, I don't give a fuck what you say. Listen, I could be
only after I put your ass in the shower and confirmed that it was clean myself.
I could be 100% wrong, but I'm gonna make this statement, and please, y'all hold me to this truth. If I'm wrong, I probably am, but I'm gonna go ahead and still say it, baby. If you straight, as a straight man, you're not wiping your ass correctly.
Right?
Sorry, I'm not. Listen, if at any point your straight man, that your straight friend, your brother, your cousin, your husband, anybody that they washing their ass regularly, and you still finding bacon strips in their drawers,
right?
Dingleberries and all types of other juices and berries and fruits and nuts and everything else hanging out in that, I'm gonna say no.
Right.
I'm gonna say no.
Honey, because here's my thing. As an adult, why are you having streaks in your drawers? I mean, now I'm not gonna say I never have, but it's been when I've been sick. You know, if you got some medication that runs through you.
If you are sick, you taking antibiotics, baby. Listen, I talked about this. The 4 weeks I was on the damn 4 different antibiotics all at the same time, baby. I was miserable.
Right,
baby.
But when you are supposed to be healthy, girl, there's no reason you should, as an adult man or woman, should have streaks in your underwear.
Some of our brethren and sisters in here, please put some comments in this chat, because I swear to God, listen. How many straight men, like your husband, boo thing, somebody, your brother, cousin, somebody, they got listen, they you gonna tell me they don't have streaks in it?
No, Desmond, I'm not hating I'm not hating on her for eating ass. I'm just saying.
Bougie girl said, well, there goes me eating.
I'm just saying that I needs to do a lot of inspection.
Yeah, I need to listen.
For the gay boys whose ass I eat. And so if some random straight dude was like, yeah, I want you to eat my ass, I'd be like.
And I'm gonna even give extra points to all the gay dudes that literally at some particular point bottom or are at least versatile, their buttholes are clean as shit. I'm sorry. This just gonna be clean. That's just what because they gonna think is at some random time somebody gonna want to eat up in there.
Baby, even though 99.999%, well, I won't say that, 97% of the time I top, I still, because when I go out, I'll be like, you know what? Someone might want to eat my ass in the bathroom. So you just never know.
And that's my whole point, bitch. If you listen,
it's not like it's no one's asking you to clean out.
Listen, I've seen as my line brother says, bitch, you ain't got to get ready when you stay ready, baby. Listen.
So yeah, so my problem is the quality of the rap, and then my second problem is that she was just saying he was eating her ass. Okay, you know, women tend to be pretty clean, and then he switched and ate her ass, or she want him to eat her. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I just can't randomly be doing that.
Bougie's stupid. I ain't even waiting to get to draws. If I sniff your jeans and you smell like blue pains, I don't want it. You can't take her seriously. Listen, Midas, I don't
take any of this seriously, but it's something to talk about on the show.
But baby, I don't know. Miss Sukiyana has always talked about her sexual prowess and how she gets down and she does all types of nasty, freaky shit. And in her book, this might be some old nasty, freaky shit that she eating ass. Whereas I look at it as a necessity towards it's just a necessity. So like, what the fuck?
It's a delicacy.
So like, what are you doing? So I don't believe that she's fucking around. I believe that's what she's doing. I believe it.
And so I thought we would end our TikTok adventure here.
I heard that you're settled down, that you found a girl and you're married now. I heard that your dreams came true. Guess she gave you things I didn't give to you. Old friend, why are you so shy? Ain't like you to hold back or hide from the light. I'd hate to turn up out of the blue uninvited, but I couldn't stay away. I couldn't fight it. I hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me it isn't over.
Give me the chorus. You've got to do it.
Never mind, I'll find someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you too. Don't forget me, I begged. I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead.
Listen, this young lady, I think it's the young lady they got to play Mahalia Jackson, I think it is.
Oh, did they? Her name is Samira Joy.
If I remember correctly, I think she's the young lady that they have playing Mahalia Jackson in his upcoming Mahalia Jackson movie. I think. If I remember correctly.
Well, she's got the voice, and she looks enough like Mahalia that if you squint your eye, I mean,
that choir picture of her with her hair back, and she's like,
right.
Like that, you can see that all that, but I'm
definitely
positive that's her.
So,
with Michelle Williams, she better hit that. So listen, can we talk about Michelle Williams? Since y'all brought her up. Listen, I'm not a fan, but I'm not a hater of her as well. But the one thing I will say is I've heard her sing with her group, her gospel group that she was a part of before Destiny's Child. And they had them on like a BET special or whatever. And I think they're all cousins, like they're all related in some way, shape, or form. But that little group, when they got together and they sang, bitch, they sang. Like they sounded amazing. And I've never looked at Michelle and had my eyebrow go up and like, oh, this bitch can sing. No, but they sounded amazing. So I will say that. I will say that. Oh, so there's her siblings? Okay, I don't know. But again, they sound, if you ever find that clip on BET or wherever show they were, it was amazing for her. Like they sounded completely different than Destiny's Child because it was like 4 or 5 of them, I think, in total. But they sounded amazing. Absolutely amazing. But Michelle, she don't necessarily, for the most part, do it for me. Like I can look at Beyonce as a single artist. I can even look at Kelly as a single artist. But I can't look at Michelle as a solo artist, even though I know she has some stuff out there. But
yeah.
And I feel like they give her the shittiest notes or the shittiest parts of all the Destiny's Child songs. It's like she just like these are the scraps, make something out of this.
Right, because they need someone to be the third part of the 3-part harmony. So
yeah, so cater to you live, top notch. Baby boy, please don't let me have that conversation with you. Like, I like cater to you, I really do. But her part kind of annoys me. Gonna give my breath, my tears, to you.
don't do Michelle like that. Don't do Michelle like that. You said and did. You are a bit out of order, Epic. Yes, you are.
But listen, spot the lie. Did she not do that? Spot the lie. Anyone? Judges?
Well, I know you had some stories to talk about. I got 3 stories to talk about, but you go ahead and do yours first.
Oh Lord. Okay. Listen, I'm already a little tipsy, so I'm a breeze through this real quick. Listen, Bill Murray, 72, dating motherfucking Khalees. Khalees is 43, Bill Murray is 72. They are reportedly dating, according to the U.S. Sun. The nearly 30-year-old actor. I'm sorry, the nearly 30-year-older actor. The Bossy Singers senior was spotted watching Khalees from the side stage during her show in London over the weekend. They even posted pictures. He's currently filming a sequel to Ghostbusters in the UK. The unlikely couple reportedly met in the US and bonded over their late spouses. Khalees' second husband, Mike Mora, died of stomach cancer in March of 2022, while Murray's estranged wife, costume designer Jennifer Butler, died in 2021. First of all, I didn't even know Khalees got married again, but okay. Murray is a father of 6.
He was married to Nas, right?
Right, and I thought that was it. But anyway, Murray is the father of 6 sons. Homer, who's 41, Luke, who's 38, and is with his first wife, Margaret Kelly, and Caleb, 30, Jackson, 27, and Cooper, 26, and Lincoln, 19, with Butler. Now, Khalees shares her son, Knight, who's 13. Oh my God, he's 13 years old, with ex-husband Nas, as well as Shepard, who's 8, and daughter Galilee, who's 2, with Mora, the husband that passed away. So, damn, I didn't know she had like dropped 2 other kids. Like, what the hell? Like, come on, Khalees.
People's lives keep moving on.
Listen, apparently they do, but Knight is 13. Oh my God, like it's been 13 years. Jesus. Okay, all right. Well, anyway, so good luck to that couple. However unlikely they are, but good luck to them. So, since it is my birthday, I found this story humorous. So this worker deletes thousands of files he created after finding out that the company that fired him for being incompetent is still using his work. In a Reddit post titled, "I just deleted thousands of hours of my work from my old job," later shared on TikTok account called Reddit Replay, a man described what happened when he realized his former employer was still using the work he created, despite telling him that he was not competent enough for the job. The employee worked as a videographer, creating content for social media. Despite putting together up to 50 videos each day, the man claimed to have only been paid just above minimum wage. He said he was freelancing and on a loose contract, and he was desperate for the money. So he said the workload was insane, according to him, but he managed to keep up with the company's demands for 6 months. On top of the low pay and crushing work requirements, the freelancer described the office environment as bitter and snide, and even accused management of stirring up trouble between workers. As the 6-month milestone approached, he compiled the results of the video work he had done, including a graph that measured click-through sales that had come as a result of the content he created. He asked for a pay raise to compensate for the traffic he had delivered and hard work he put in relentlessly. The man even compared his salary to industry standards to demonstrate that he was being underpaid, in hopes that managers would understand and correct his pay. He said that although he could make more money elsewhere, he would like to keep working for the company in the same capacity. Now, he says he laid out clear data connecting his social media campaigns to increase sales. The worker was told that his content had not produced the intended impact. Therefore, he was no longer needed by the company. Naturally, man was beside himself with anger. And to make matters worse, he struggled for months to find work. 3 years after being tossed aside by a business he had given his all to, the former employee was browsing his personal Google Drive and came across a folder he had created and shared with the company during his tenure. He found that 18 staff members were still actively using his templates, adjustments, and presets to produce content for their social media accounts. He couldn't believe the company that fired him had the audacity to continue using the cloud service that he was paying for. So he saved all of his files to a local drive on his computer and then deleted the online folder, leaving no video assets behind for his former employer, including projects already in progress. So again, revenge here can be sweet, but deleting company files can land you in a court if you aren't careful. Now, there's an inventions agreement release that releases you of all your rights to things you create while you're employed. This means that you cannot intentionally destroy proprietary files and data when you're leaving. The Computer Fraud and Abuse Act offers employees some recourse when they lose information due to malicious actions. The resentful worker would be subject to civil and criminal liability for their actions. Now, on the other hand, it is totally irresponsible for a company to continue to use cloud storage that they have no ownership over to keep any work-related documentation. The ex-employee had no obligation whatsoever to pay for and maintain their company records once he was let go. A comprehensive offboarding process would have helped to transition the employee out in an organized fashion while repossessing organization-specific information. So in this particular instance, if he never signed this inventions agreement, which seems a little odd for this particular social media company, then they really don't have any leg to stand on, and which is why this man is probably not going to be sued, because again, how irresponsible is that for the company to continue to use his cloud storage that he's paying for and not the company?
Yes, it was more than, it wasn't that they were just accessing it. They were storing stuff on it too. So he said projects in progress. So they were basically saying, oh, well, we'll just continue to use this person's Google Drive, use this as our network drive, and didn't have any arrangement with him. So he was under no obligation to continue to give them access to that server.
Swish.
Now, if the difference would be is if he worked there and they fired him, then he deleted off of the stuff.
But 3 years
deleted his stuff off of company servers, but he didn't do that. He deleted files off of a Google Drive that he owned. So,
and that's his personal one, and it was 3 years later. So
that's a lesson learned for the company. So
yes, indeed.
I'd be like, I would calculate the amount of money that I've spent on the Google Drive plus what I think my work, all of the stuff that was owed, because you can get all of that from Google, how many times it was accessed and all of that, and give them a fee and be like, yeah, if you want all of this back, that's how much it's going to cost you. Otherwise, you're out, because you stored it's the equivalent of, storing your shit in my house. And then when I move or sell the house, you're like, hey, but my shit is gone, but you never asked me to store your stuff here. So
this is true.
Anyway.
So this last story, which was kind of sad, and it was local. So a missing woman's daughter and grandchild are facing charges, including murder, after police say the grandmother was dismembered and grilled at the family's Maryland home. Candace Craig and her daughter, Celia Hardy, were arrested in connection with the death of 71-year-old Margaret Craig, which police say took place inside the victim's Landover home in PG County, bordering the eastern portion of Washington, D.C. Now, based on additional information gathered at the home, as well as multiple interviews, the preliminary investigation suggests Candace Craig murdered her mother on May 23rd. And the PG County Police Department said in a statement released this week, the following day, Hardy helped her mother attempt to dispose of the remains. Now, according to police, officers responded to the home on June 2nd for a welfare check. And when officers entered the family's house, they immediately smelled decomposing remains. Now, court records obtained by the local TV station showed homicide investigators were then found 3 bags of human body parts in the basement. So it was said that she and her other daughters dismembered the body, believing using a chainsaw, and then attempted to dispose of the parts of the body using fire on a grill and in a bonfire. This is coming from PG County Assistant State Attorney Jessica Garth, which is what she said to WTOP, the local TV station. One of the fires, police said, may have been set as far back as May 27th. Now, police said the motive in the crime remained under investigation on Wednesday, but court papers show the victim's mother accused her daughter of credit card fraud, prompting an argument possibly leading to the killing. The court documents also accuse Hardy of finding the body in a plastic bin and helping to dismember and dispose of it. Candace faces charges including first and second degree murder. Hardy is also charged with being an accessory after the fact to murder. Both will remain jailed in Maryland as of today. And a preliminary hearing in the case is set for July 3rd, which is what court records show. So I'm going to keep a close eye on this to see what actually goes on this, and I'll report back to you guys when I hear a little bit more. But I found that interesting because it was close to home.
Yeah, that was crazy.
A little bit crazy.
So in news that we care about only the tiniest bit, Drag Race winner Tyra Sanchez arrested for allegedly resisting Florida police. So she was arrested last month in Stark, Florida, after police responded to the scene of a car accident. According to the arrest report obtained by Entertainment Weekly, Sanchez, known out of drag as James William Ross IV, was charged with simple assault on a law enforcement officer and resisting without violence after police arrived on the scene on May 17th. Ross was taken to Bradford County Jail, but more information about the encounter has not been made public. The Serena Schreiner, the supervisor of records for Stark Police Department, told Entertainment Weekly that the incident is still under investigation.
Tyra is such a problem. Like, I don't know what. Like, listen, either you want to be in this spotlight or you don't. And if you're in the spotlight, you know what this entails. Why are you putting yourself in these these funky positions? Okay.
I don't know. I like I said, the tiniest bit of interest, but I don't really care because there's something wrong with her.
Yeah, I think she's one of these people that might have some mental.
I always people say, "Oh, she must be." Some people are just weird, and so maybe there is some like imbalance, but they're not like crazy, if you know what I mean. And they just need the spotlight. They always need to have their name in the. Go ahead.
So that very well may be it, but I feel like I feel like there's something else going on. Like I feel like she's in that space of like, let's say, a hoarder. And like they don't think that something's wrong, but it is wrong, and they can't quite figure out what it is that's wrong. Like I feel like there's something with Tyra. I don't know what it is. Even her behavior on the show to me at times was a bit unsettling that season that she won, because she was annoying so many people on the show. And I get it's a competition, it's a game, and it's a psych you out type of situation. But I felt like there was something more going on. But I very well could be wrong.
Right. So I have two stories here about one Miss Anita Baker.
Ooh, baby.
So first, Anita, who is 60, 70 some years old, is going
now. I think she is 70, isn't she?
I think so. So she is. So hold on, Alexa. How old is Anita Baker?
Anita Baker is 65 years old.
She's only 65?
Yes.
It seemed like she was, it was just, I mean, so that means she was only like 13 years older than us, but in like 1989, she just seemed so much older.
I mean, 13 years is a long time because, and
that would have meant in 1989, when we were 18, she was only 30, what is 31? 18. So she was 31 years old, but she seemed much older than 31 to me.
So for me
at that time.
So for me, the difference, my sister was 11 years older than me. So I always base it off of people's ages that way, like my relationship with her. But that's 11. She was 13 years. Oh, baby, that's a lot. That's a lot. Even 11 years was a lot.
I mean, it is, but I just don't think of her as, when I was, I mean, I guess everybody look old to me, but when you're 18. But anyway, so
but bougie girl, no, baby. I understand what you said. And as I was saying it, I literally thought about that, but no, baby, we weren't talking about you. We're talking about Tyra Sanchez, baby.
Yeah. We're not talking about you. We're talking about Tyra Sanchez, who won season 2 of Drag Race.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a little something, but no more.
It's a good crazy. I like it. Like
but it's the same little touch that we all got.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what makes us fun to be around.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So Anita, so the original story was that Anita Baker was saying that she won't stand for another a minute of disrespect from Babyface or his fans. And so she's literally going back and forth with people on Twitter saying things like, "Good morning to Kenny's crazy who continue to harass. Kenny's crazies are online bullies. At Babyface, please call off your fans. I have only been kind and supportive of you as the special guest / support on my tour." And then she says, he hates Beyonce as well, Kenny's crazies.
Ooh.
And then a bunch of other things. I'm just like, what is she doing? And then I'm like, ma'am, you are 65 years old. You are a diva and a star. Why are you arguing with people on the internet?
Baby, Miss Dionne Warwick is letting the kids have it.
But Dionne is just like having fun. She's not really getting into it with people online.
That's because Dionne is shutting this shit all the way down before it gets started.
Well, right, and because Dionne, you know, the bitch is from Jersey, so she you know what? Dionne always got a razor and a pack of Newports.
Listen, don't you talk about listen, don't you talk about DD.
I did not mean that as an insult.
Yeah,
I meant that as a highest compliment.
Maybe you leave Aunt Didi alone. Listen, she from Jersey, Whitney from Jersey. She on the motherfucking steps of the Kennedy Center talk about peace. Baby, she from Newark, forgot. As my girl says in Death Becomes Her, she's from Newark, for God's sake.
And so that was all on Monday and Tuesday. So yesterday, the news came out. Anita Baker kicks Babyface off her tour, wishes her the best. So, Babyface, so she says, after silently enduring cyberbullying / verbal abuse and threats of violence from the fan base of our special guest with a little heart emoji / support act, in the interest of personal safety, I will continue the songstress tour alone. Appropriate refunds will be made. Blessings. Anita Baker hugs and kisses.
Child, that's when
first of all, it's the shade of continuing to call him the special guest / support act. Like Babyface is some kid fresh out of college who should feel lucky to be on tour with Anita Baker and not a multi-platinum or now, yes, is everything she's saying accurate?
Yes.
It's her tour and he's the special guest star, but it's the shade in the way that she's saying it.
Absolutely. And the thing is, Kenny has written songs. He has either written songs for or produced songs for her on one or multiple of her albums. So,
and for lots of other people. So, I mean, yes, is he the support act on this tour? But it's not like, Diana Ross featuring local Philadelphia act. You know what I'm saying? It's not that sort of thing. And also, why are you kicking him off of the tour? Because his fans are crazy. Allegedly. I don't even know, because I don't get too deep into it. I just feel like I think Anita Baker needs a publicist to tell her, ma'am, please.
Yeah. And Kenny's fans
just focus on singing.
I don't think Babyface's fans.
Yeah, and who would know? Babyface don't. This isn't the Beehive.
Yeah,
Babyface don't have the kind of fans who are like.
And do they call
them? I mean, that's just not who Babyface is.
Do they call them Babyfacians or something? Like, what are we calling them? Babyfacians?
The kids. If it was me, I would call them the kids. But
or Kennyans or something, or like, what are they calling them?
I don't know. So I just thought that was funny and tragic and sad, because this isn't the first time she's gotten conflict, because her conflict with one Miss Luther Vandross was legendary. However, I think that was two divas butting head to head, because
he had problems with In Vogue.
with In Vogue too. So the gays don't
Them
like.
5 divas could not get it together and be on the same accord at all.
No, not at all. Not at all.
And listen, just by the number of sequins in Luther's jackets, they didn't want it for him. So we're just gonna leave that alone. We're not talking about the gowns, we're talking about his jackets. Because I believe his jackets still have more motherfucking sequins than the sequin gowns that Lisa Fisher and the other girl was wearing. And nobody think, listen, Luther.
Right. And so I'm, best wishes to both of them. And, so I just am like, someone needs to sit Miss Baker down and be like, ma'am, please stop tweeting. Just focus on singing. You do not get engaged. Lesson 1 of being a diva. Do not in 2023, you do not need to respond to your fans because you are of an age. You have earned the right to not have to interact with people that you don't want to. You shouldn't even be aware that these people are talking crazy about you. So why are you on Twitter like that?
Listen, I don't necessarily know, but listen, I know they better figure it out.
Right.
Figure it out.
So our last story of the night on Sunday, Jay Harrison Gee and Alex Newell made history as the first non-binary acting winners at the Tony Awards. So Gee won lead actor in a musical for their performance as Jerry Daphne in Casey Nicholaus' Some Like It Hot, while Newell walked away with the featured actor musical statuette for their role as Lulu in Jack O'Brien's Shucked. So I'm not going to read all. Well, I will. Gee said, "My mother raised me to understand that the gifts God gave me were not about me, to use them to be effective in the world. For every trans, non-binary, gender non-conforming human, whoever was told they couldn't be seen, this is for you. Some like it hot, and that ain't bad." In an interview with Variety, Gee spoke about their decision to submit as lead actor for the Tonys. "It's not a gendered profession to me, and I was grateful to be asked for consideration on where I wanted to be viewed. Making that decision wasn't hard on my spirit. It was just to be confident and intentional about my work and meeting the moment." And Newell said, "Thank you for seeing me, Broadway. I should not be up here as a queer, non-binary, fat, black little baby from Massachusetts. And to anyone that thinks that they can't do it, I'm going to look you dead in your face that you can do anything you put your mind to."
Wait a minute. I'm looking at the comment from Desmond. Was Prince the first non-binary person or that? I don't think. First of all, I don't think Prince identified as being non-binary. I don't think.
No, he definitely he had an androgynous look.
Yeah, he had. But I don't think he ever.
Prince didn't even like the gays like that. So
yeah, like people think that that he was, but that just wasn't his vibe at all. It was everything that was sexual, but it wasn't sexual to men. At least not that I took it as.
Right.
I think he was more so like maybe if at anything, maybe imitating a woman, possibly. But even that is a stretch because everything that he did was still very masculine with what he did. So I don't know.
As masculine as assless chaps can be.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, come on.
Right. So congratulations to both of them. I thought the shade of it was that when Alex Newell won, they used the tracking shot was of them getting up from their seat, and the camera is preceding them as they're walking down the aisle, and people are reaching out to give hugs. And he pulled the old Aretha Franklin on Patti LaBelle when he walked past Lea Michele.
He did one of those numbers like, I don't know you, bitch.
And if you don't know why, it's because when Alex Newell was on Glee, they have talked about, well, lots of people have talked about Lea Michele being a bully on the show. She was a bully to Naya Rivera, the woman who died.
Yes.
she drowned. You know, the baby fell in the water or something, and then she went after the baby and drowned. I think the baby survived.
The baby survived. You felt, yeah.
Right. And several other people have said that she was very bullying and very diva-ish on the show. And so the shade is that after all of that, Alex Newell has a Tony.
Yep.
And she has nothing.
Right. She
So-
has nothing.
Nothing. No. She has nothing. Nothing but Alex has nobody. Don't you hate it for him?
Stay in my life if you can, or don't just me there. Don't walk away from me.
Don't walk away from me. Don't you dare
walk away from me. I have nothing.
Nothing. If I don't have you.
We will be taking all cash tips and donations. You can send that to the BGKH.
Dollar sign, dumb. What's your cash app?
$ chat MAH. That's what it is. Either way, but y'all got my numbers. Y'all can send it down. Oh, shout outs to the best friend who called me. It was a great emotional conversation the other day. I'm sending some well wishes to him and his family. He's going through some major life changes at this moment. Shout out to the other bestie. Hey, Mika, on there who actually sent me a video of him singing today. So thank you for the birthday wishes. I just want to tell everybody thank you so much for the birthday wishes. And I'm responding to people sending the face with the hearts, kisses, and all that good stuff, because that's all I can say is just thank you. And so I'm responding to everybody. So I don't want you to all feel like it's not personal and I'm sending it out, but that's how I feel. Like I just want to be like, just give everybody sending out kisses and loves. So
well, and in reverse order, Midas, yes, we do take food stamps.
Hell yeah, paper and EBT. Yes, right. Indeed. Yes, indeed.
And Tamika, it is giving. Ladies and gentlemen, for your Tony consideration, and Oscar, and Grammy, and Emmy. So it's an EGOT performance all in one.
Right.
All my life I had to fight. I had to fight my brothers. I had to fight my uncles. I had to fight. No, women ain't safe. A girl child ain't safe in a man full of men's. But I never thought I had to fight in my own house. Now I loves Harpo. God knows I do. But I kill him dead before I let him beat on me. This life be over soon. Heaven lasts always. Girl, you ought to bash Mister's head in now and think about heaven later. And scene.
There it is. There it is. Your 2023 EGOT Tony nominee as well as award recipient. Give it up for the one, the only at Domonics.
Thank you.
Send him his flowers. That's all we're doing.
Thank you so much.
That's what we're doing.
I humbly accept this award on behalf of myself.
Right. Because you make me love me more.
My love for you, excuse me. Your love for me has made me love me more.
There it is. There it is. That's all we're doing. That's how we're doing it.
Thank you for the flowers, Desmond. I appreciate that.
Oh, this bitch sent you flowers, but she couldn't send me flowers. She sent me old raggedy ass video of her singing. Is that what we doing?
I can buy myself flowers.
So she sent you flowers. So she couldn't send me flowers. Old raggedy video of her with a whole raggedy ass in the video singing "Happy Birthday." That's what I get. That's all I'm worth. Okay, bitch. All right, I see it. I see it.
All right, we'll be right back. We forgot last week to say happy birthday to Blue.
I thought we did say happy birthday to Blue. Or no, I think I may have spoken to Blue and said happy birthday. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I did too, but we did not say it on the show. So
maybe I did that.
Happy birthday, Blue.
Happy belated birthday, Blue. Listen, happy belated birthday. That was your day last week. But this to hear right here now, this is mine. This is mine. Love you, but this is mine. This is mine.
This is my life.
Now I'm wishing you a happy birthday on my birthday for your birthday last week. But that's it. That's all we're doing. Smooches.
So you said you're arriving in New York on Saturday?
Yes. Get there Saturday. It'll be in the morning because we're probably leaving out around.
We decided driving or taking the bus.
We're gonna take the bus.
Oh, I was gonna say because driving is not a kiki, it's a gag.
We're gonna take a bus, and so that was the thing. We were sitting there because the thing was, I literally thought about just driving, just parking the car, but it was like $70 a day to fucking park the car, and I was like, bitch, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't feel comfortable doing it. I feel like I need an adult to pay $70 for parking in one day. Something's wrong with that. So
now there is the option of finding a garage like in Jersey, and then so like you could find like a real garage. I don't mean like TT's garage.
We done had this conversation where I was sitting there thinking like, well, maybe I can go find somebody I know, and maybe I can find steel toe and use it. And I was like, okay, we're not doing that. I was like, I stop.
Well, steel toe lives a bit of a hike from the train station, but somebody that or like had done this a couple of times where I would park in the garage at like Newport Mall.
Okay.
And the PATH station is right there. That's the Newport PATH station. Mm-hmm. So take that into New York, and then you just come on back out, and then there you go. Plus, you avoid that toll going and that line going in and out of the city. But the bus will be cute. Who all is coming?
So it's supposedly just me, Deviant, and Anani. But we'll see.
Okay.
I don't anticipate anybody else adding into that. But we shall see. Hopefully everybody gets it all together. Because I just want to make sure that when we start doing group traveling, there's always something that pops up at the last minute. So just want to make sure everybody is good to go. So I'm okay.
Yeah, girl. My days of organizing big trips for people is over. I mean, we are organizing this cruise next summer. Our rich white woman excursion. Are you in our troop group yet?
Probably not. Y'all just treat me like the redheaded stepchild.
I will make sure that you are added to the group. But that's a different kind of group planning because, people, once we just say you're going on a trip to Europe, no, people aren't backing out like the way they would, for New York, because you got to plan that for a year. So
yeah, we do. So listen, y'all. If I'm in this group, y'all better let me know as soon as possible, because y'all talk about these $9,000 cruises. Bitch, listen, I might be out before we even get started.
No, well, there is a $9,000 option, but no, we're not.
I'm out. Let me don't even put me in a group if it's $9,000.
No, that is it's a cruise, so you can go on. You can spend that much money on a room if you want to, but I think the room that me and Azamek have is like $5,000 for the week.
Girl, I just need a box to go in and do my business and come on. I just like a cat. That's what I need. Oh, update on cat news. The cat lady called me and she told me that something happened with one of the litters, and the mom, one of the moms ate one of the other kittens. I was like, oh my God.
Ate the kitten?
But listen, nature is a weird thing. We already know something that happened, and she, you know what I mean? It's something weird. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. But all I know is she called me. I mean, she sent me a message saying I might have to come down this weekend to get the kitty. But see, the problem for me is maybe I'm going to
You're going to be out of town.
And then the weekend after that, I'm going to go out of town again. So I don't want to leave my baby. But listen, Grace is here, so I'm going to make sure that Grace knows that her.
Where are you going next weekend? I mean, I'm in your business now.
When I told you I go to San Diego.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's at the end of the month. I told you. Oh, I thought I told you, because I had talked.
Maybe you did.
I talked to Crypto, and Crypto was going to meet me out there.
Maybe you did. I'll be forgetting stuff.
Okay. Well, anyway, so that's not going to be until the end of the month, like the 29th.
Okay.
So I'll be there. But and then I have a trip that I need to plan to Pittsburgh as well, which will be like sometime after that, because I got to go up and make sure everything is all good up there. So, but we shall see.
Okay. Well, I'm going to add you to this group. I'm going to invite you by text, and then okay. So then we will party and bullshit this weekend.
Yes,
and I will see you on Saturday. Just text me when you all get there.
Yes,
I'm actually taking the train out to Jersey to spend part of the day with Wolf Cortez.
Are they coming over to the thing or whatever?
No, I'm going to go to Jersey to see him.
Okay, so they're not coming over for that event.
No, they will be that evening, because I think he and CJ are go-go dancing at Rock Bar.
Okay, cool. I'll see them in, because I'll be there. And then we have to figure out. Well, we can figure out that plan. I just want to figure out what else is going on. That's why I decided to go Saturday night. And
Friday night they're doing like a little mini bar crawl. Or wait a minute, hold on 1 second. I
think that is Friday night. I'm almost positive.
I just sent you that link, and then hold on, because Maximus sent me the thing. Hold on, I will pull it up, because he sent it to me on Saturday. All right, so Friday night they are having a little bar crawl. Saturday, party and bullshit in the suite. Sunday is Folsom, obviously, and then more party and bullshit in the suite.
Okay, I can do all the party and bullshitting. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking to do a whole lot. This needs to be a relaxation weekend for me.
Yeah.
So hang on the line. I got something to tell you after we end the show. So.
Indeed.
Well, all right, kids. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you, and good night.
Peace, y'all.
Bye.